Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. You join us for this 50-over match between England and India. I'm Mel Jones, and beside me in commentary today is Michael Atherton, Ian Healy, and English superstar Ali Mitchell.
Hello, Mel. Thanks for such a warm introduction. I'm sure I don't need to tell you just how much I'm looking forward to the day's play. I've been down in the middle to take a look at the pitch and the weather conditions, and it's a very batter-friendly pitch. There's not going to be much there for the bowlers. As far as the weather goes, a beautiful day for cricket. You'll certainly need your sunnies.
Fantastic breakdown, Ali, thanks. We're going down to the middle now. The captains are ready for the toss.
I suppose that decision brings with it an element of surprise. Bowling first would, on paper, seem the risky decision. They must have considerable belief in their frontline attack.
Go for the first ball of the match. Nothing better than getting a match started and hearing the sound of leather on willow. Doesn't beat the infield.
That shot sees them get their innings started.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading into this game, so I want to show everybody their strength. Great shot through the gap there.
Well, not bad for your first ball. Pumped away and starts their innings with a boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been very happy with that last shot.
Well bowled.
That's great fielding. The ball was flying. Into the gap, and it's an easy single there.
Good running. Just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike. Keep the pressure up on the bowlers.
Strong appeal.
Oh, that would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
6 runs added in that over. India a none for 6. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the grandstand end. Collects that one simple as you like inside the ring.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot and couldn't find a gap.
Finds the fielder with that shot. Looking for the quick single. Probably a good decision not to run in the end. Very good shot there.
Never an extra run on that arm. Great throw back in from the deep.
Quick onto that in the infield.
They make it back, but that was much closer than it needed to be.
Well bowled.
Thought about a single, decided against it, and probably for the better. Good return there, back from the deep. That's what happens if you stray a little down the leg side. Makes it easy to just glance the ball off the pads and score easy runs.
Brunt from the pavilion end.
Oh, well bowled. Yep.
Ah, super shot.
Nothing really wrong with that ball. Got onto the front foot and found the gap to get that one to the boundary.
Knight, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
That would have been a really risky run. The right call in the end.
Yep.
Through the gap. Great shot. No pressure on that run.
Nicely run. Working the ball away into the gaps to find an easy single.
Shot! Punched into the gap and that's racing away.
Too wide, too much room. Came onto the bat really well and a beautiful shot. Just raced away.
Can't afford to go too full again. It helps to switch up your deliveries just to keep them guessing. Cuts that off well in the field.
Bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Brunt finishes off a nice over there, but still nothing to show for it just yet. You feel as if a breakthrough is coming, though.
Yeah. No.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Well, there was a moment of hesitation, a few calls of yes and no. In the end, no damage done.
That's too easy to pick up a single.
Whipped away nicely through the leg side, elegant as ever, and picking up good runs.
Hit that hard and fast.
Too much room given. It came onto the bat really well, and a beautiful shot that just raced away.
I'd like to see them aim for top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yes. No.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
Just threw the shot too early.
Ooh. Well bowled. No. Yes. Bowlers.
That was a good strong throw back in, right over the stumps. It didn't push hard enough maybe between the wickets, and that prevented them getting back for two. Wise decision in the end not to take the fielder on.
Ooh. Nice bowling.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call made in the end.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Good shot, and it's found the gap.
Well, you don't chase those down. Brilliantly timed off the back foot, and that has raced to the boundary.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next delivery right. Right out of the middle.
You give that much width and you are asking for trouble. That was so well timed, it flew over the boundary.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder?
Yes. Keepers in.
Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them.
None for 37.
Yes.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Wait on.
Incredible! What a grab!
A good innings, weathered some good bowling and scored freely when given the opportunity, but couldn't keep it going and will head back disappointed.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Yes.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Yes. No.
Just threw the shot too early.
Wait. Yes. No.
Good running. Just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeping pressure on the bowlers.
The end of a productive over. First wicket falls and an important one too. That should see the pressure start to build.
Yeah.
Does very well to quickly get across to this one.
Trouble, complete mix-up between these two. Just avoided an embarrassing run-out.
Yes. No.
Ah, mix-up there. They've been going so well out in the middle. The first sign of miscommunication.
Yes.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a good length. Too short and you'll get punished on this pitch. That's a great stop out there in the deep, a certain boundary saved.
Driven off the front foot, fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Brilliant. That'll take some chasing down.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
England managed to restrict things well in that over with good disciplined bowling. Exquisite back foot shot. That just races away.
The gap was left open for them, and they were happy to oblige. Picked it early, got into position well, and punched it to the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you want a repeat of. You just don't want to give away easy runs.
Yes!
Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off.
That was a solid shot, really well played. Ball was dropped just a little shorter, and a great shot off the back foot.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length around the top of off stump. Eventually it'll force a mistake.
Good return back from the deep.
Yes.
There's a chance if this hits.
Bit of miscommunication there. They got back in the end. That would have been a high-risk second. Not sensible.
End of the over, 11 runs coming from it. India are 1 for 63. Super shot that.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
Sharma has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Yes. No.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call made in the end.
Yes.
Brilliant diving stop.
Manipulating the field, asking questions of the opposition captain as they take a single. Not a great shot in the end. Practices the shot again. Just need to keep their head down now.
Misses everything.
A little late on that. No runs scored.
Yes. No.
Unable to get the scoreboard moving.
End of the over, 5 off it. India are 1 for 68. A new bowler is coming into the attack. Onto that so early, almost on the up, and they might get 4.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, and dispatches it to the boundary.
Yes. No. Yes. Keeper's end. Yes. No. Yes.
This could be trouble.
Back and across, punched well off the back foot through point to get some runs.
Yes.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Yes. No. Yes.
Well, that was just a little bit wide. Well picked up, let the ball do all the work really to ease it down towards third.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Well done.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It really looked like it'd be moving on to a big, big score, but not to be.
The new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early as they bring a bit of energy to the wicket.
Yep. No.
Oh, that would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yes.
Into the gap, and it's an easy single there.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike. Keep the pressure up on the bowlers.
Yes. No. Yeah.
Well, that was a poor delivery. You can't bowl there, and it got what it deserved.
End of the over, 6 runs coming from it. India are 2 for 81.
Yep. Well bowled.
They just need to settle down. Got no timing at all at the moment, and these balls are there to be hit. So time for cool heads.
Yep.
Super shot that.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played. 4 runs all the way.
Oh, it can be disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just have to accept it and move on.
Yes.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Looking for the quick single. Probably a good decision not to run in the end.
Yep.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yes.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Timing on that shot was just perfect. Brilliant shot. A boundary the moment it hit the bat.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary.
Yep.
No point chasing that one. It's racing to the boundary.
Picks a short ball early. Not the best delivery, but a great shot to put it away.
Well, that over was a struggle, getting smacked all over the park.
Yes.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Well, that could have ended horribly, but very good. Fast running between the stumps gets them home. Oh, didn't get the feet moving. Played down the wrong line, threw the hands at it, got nothing on the ball.
Yeah.
Finds the edge.
Oh, good running. It needed to be as well. That's probably a lot closer than they expected.
Edged! What a ball! Confident appeal. Could it be? And a brilliant take by the keeper.
A fluent innings undone by a decent delivery. A good wicket to get at a good time.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark centre. Core just needs to rotate the strike early on as they get settled into their innings.
Yeah. No.
Thought about a single, decided against it, and probably for the better.
Yeah.
No pressure on that run.
That shot allows them to get off the mark.
End of the over, 3 runs coming from it. India are 3 for 96. Cross from the grandstand end.
Yes.
Can't get that outside the ring field. Very good shot there.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
I don't feel there was too much wrong with that last delivery. Just need to keep getting the ball in the right spots and the reward will come.
Ooh, nice bowling.
Appeared to be well within the limits. The umpires called a wide.
Yeah. No.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Well, there was a moment of hesitation, a few calls of yes and no. In the end, no damage done.
Yep.
Picked the gap and perfect timing.
That showed great skill, lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Moving the scoring rate along after that last shot, their intentions are clear for this innings.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap there.
Bowlers. Yep. No.
End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just need to take a wicket to make it an excellent one.
Yes.
Good stop. Probably managed to prevent 4 runs. That's too easy to pick up a single.
Yes. Bowlers in. Yeah.
Through the gap. Great shot.
Good return there, back from the deep. The right decision not to take on that fielder.
Yeah, yeah,
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
yes.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two were quick enough to avoid the run-out in the end.
6 runs added in the over. India are 3 for 114.
Yeah, yeah.
Could be close.
Yeah. No, no.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call made in the end.
Yep.
Quick to get onto the back foot, and that's flown to the boundary.
Well, that one's for the textbook. Stands tall on top of the bounce and a lovely flick of the wrist at the end.
Yeah, yeah.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Yes. Oh, well bowled.
Cross with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Yeah, yeah,
Nicely
yeah.
played.
Yes.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early and it was dispatched with a plum.
3 for 125.
The right-arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the pavilion end.
Yeah. No.
They make it back, but that was much closer than it needed to be.
Yep. Keepers. Ooh. Nice bowling. Yes. No, no.
Trouble. Complete mix-up between these two. Just avoided an embarrassing run-out.
Yeah.
Well, these are the sorts of shots you just stand and admire. Gets onto the back foot and rolls the wrists to keep control and find the boundary.
Knight, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good throw from the deep. Bang on target. Decisive running might have just got them 2. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
Yeah. No.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance of a run out in the first place.
Yes. Oh, well bowled.
Attempted drive, but timed it poorly and lucky to survive.
Yeah.
Nicely run, working the ball away into the gaps to find an easy single.
Yes. No.
Bit of a mix-up, but no harm done this time.
Ooh. Nice bowling.
Looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire's given it as a wide, though.
Yeah, yeah. No.
That would have been a really risky run. The right call in the end.
Yep.
Good shot. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
found the gap.
No.
Fast work between the wickets. Ended up being pretty close.
India
End of the over, 4 runs coming from it. India are 3 for 135.
Yeah. No, no.
Mix up there. They've been going so well out in the middle. The first sign of miscommunication.
Well bowled. Yeah.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Yes.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Lovely shot. Got back quickly and finds the gap.
and that brings up to 50 partnership for these two.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the grandstand end.
Yeah, yeah. No, no. Yep.
That's great fielding. The ball was flying.
Yes.
Whipped away nicely through the leg side. Elegant as ever, and picking up good runs.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice shot.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Yep. Yes.
At the end of the over, India are 3 for 153.
3 for 153.
Yeah, yeah,
Core says thank you. It was a gift and they smashed it away to the boundary rope.
Brunt shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now.
yeah.
Timed that absolutely perfectly.
A lovely shot off the back foot. The shorter ball having no joy in getting dispatched for 4 runs.
Yeah.
Exactly where you want your fielders to throw as a wicketkeeper, right over the top of the stumps.
Yeah. No.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call made in the end.
Yes. No, no.
Bit of a mix-up, but no harm done this time.
Yeah, yeah. No.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
9 runs added there. India are 3 for 162.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. Yes. No. Yes.
Onto that so early, almost on the up, and they might get 4.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length around the top of off stump. Eventually it'll force a mistake.
Yeah.
This could be trouble!
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike. Keep the pressure up on the bowlers.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep it.
7 runs added in that over. India are 3 for 169. Siva, right arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the pavilion end.
The medium pacer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no.
Oh, that would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yeah.
Collects that one simple as you like inside the ring.
Yeah.
Misses everything.
Well bowled.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot and couldn't find a gap.
Yes.
Into the gap, and it's an easy single there.
Yeah.
kick onto that in the infield. Looking for the quick single. Probably a good decision not to run in the end.
Yes.
Finds the fielder with that shot. End of the over, 2 runs added. India are 3 for 171.
3 for 171.
Way up. No.
They make it back. That was much closer than it needed to be.
Yep.
Brunt with a good piece of fielding. Nicely done.
That's a really good 50, ensuring that the strike rate is maintained and has pushed on really, really well.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a great stop out there in the deep. A certain boundary saved.
That was a solid shot, driven off the front foot. A really good, solid shot. Probably deserved more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Got forward, able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
This could be out.
That was a beautiful piece of fielding in the deep, straight over the stumps.
Yeah.
Good shot. A beauty.
That races away to the boundary. A beautiful shot off the front foot. Textbook stuff.
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on. Siva from the pavilion end.
Yeah, yeah.
No pressure on that run.
Yes. Yep. No.
Well, there was a moment of hesitation, a few calls of yes and no. In the end, no damage done.
Yes.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Thought about a single, decided against it, and probably for the better.
Yep. No, no.
Oh, good running. It needed to be as well. That's probably a lot closer than they expected.
Yes.
Good stop. Probably managed to prevent 4 runs. That's too easy to pick up a single. 4 runs added in that over. India are 3 for 184.
Yes.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Never an extra run on that arm. Great throw back in from the deep.
Yep.
That's right out of the meat of the bat.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Oh, it can be disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just have to accept it and move on.
Yeah, yeah.
Good return back from the deep.
Yeah! Waiting. Yep. Yes.
Good return there, back from the deep. That's a really good half century. Ensured the strike rate's maintained. He's pushed on really, really well.
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Yeah. Keep us in.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for the rotation of strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Edged! Loud appeal. And safely taken by the keeper.
It's just another wicket, the fourth now. Sometimes you just have to accept you couldn't do anything about it.
Are now on for 196.